What is up, guys? We are back with Costume Summons, and they have released two new yellow featured 5 stars and a couple of other new ones that you can see on the screen right now, which are being featured in this portal. And I think all of these are highly anticipated costumes. I think everybody who is known King Leonidas over here is always looking forward to his new costume, even though I think that in his initial costume is still the best, um, because it is one of the only yellow heroes that provides dark elemental defense down. But now with his new costume, he becomes there's an even better utility, I would say, for him. When you look at uh, for rush wars, or when you look for in regular play. So yeah, this is him, Leonidas, double costume. It's a ranger this time. Deals 240% damage to all enemies at average speed, reduces the mana of all enemies by 10%, and all enemies get minus 34 defense for 3 turns. Against dark characters, this status effect becomes uncleansable and lasts 2 turns longer. So, that gives him that much needed stats buff, and also I think this is one of the rare uh, yellow heroes that give defense down to all. The one I can think of is actually the first costume, Vivica, which doesn't deal damage and it's slow speed, but does give negative 44% defense. Others are mostly hit trees, so with this you actually can combine him with something like Caitlyn, uh, Piniolite, or Wolfgang in order for you to create maybe close to a yellow hit all that kills all with maybe three heroes. Hopefully, with him being a ranger as well, that gives him that super talent, superior pierce. So it's 60% chance to bypass defensive buffs. So that means all those buffs that people are putting up on defense, he gets to bypass them, and then they also get 282 bleed damage, which is different from the bleed damage that is given from uh, the barbarian class, which means you can actually stack those bleed damages. Alright, so yeah, this is the one I think everybody's looking for. The other one, so Joon changes color to sort of like an ashen gray. So previously, his other modes, his other costume and regular side, it's all basically a snipe. So you can see this is 468% damage to one target. The other one is 488% damage to a target. Now they've made him a little bit more relevant, I think, in the current meta by by making him hit 3, 260% damage to the target and nearby enemies. They receive 228 burn damage over 3 turns, and they also get negative 35% accuracy for 3 turns. Now he has changed from, I think people liked him when he was a monk and a fighter. He has changed into a barbarian, which I think kind of like reduces his overall strength, but with the stats and the fact that he now hits 3, he becomes a little bit more relevant. I think that's something that we can maybe overlook for this. Will be interesting to get him as well. I do have one Joon. I don't have his costume, his original costume, but I do have one that I'm working on at 3, somewhere around 320 right now. I have a ton of yellows that I can level first, so he has been on the back burner for ages. So yeah, be stoked to get this costume as well. So the other one, my man Caitman. So he was originally a debuffer when he was his regular side, and then they made him become a cleanser with his costume and a fighter as well, which made him really good. Now The same treatment has been done with Joon onto Caitman as well. He now does 275% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 3 turns, so that's quite good, especially against Ludwig. And dispels buffs from the target and nearby enemies. So he has lost the ability to dispel from everyone, but he only dispels on 3 now. But I think it's good that he's a hit tree, especially when you're looking at you're looking to build some sort of like an early stage budget hit tree in the greens. Like you can have like what do you call it, Almer as well. You can have someone like Marcel, which hits 3 and gives defense down and elemental defense down, and then you can have Caitman to basically clean up. So I can see that being a good thing for green raid tournaments, obviously, for 4-star raid tournaments I mean. And you just need to find a way to work around Marcel's average speed as opposed to Almer and Caitman being fast. I don't think there's any other green hit tree that is fast speed that gives defense down, but maybe we just Almer, Caitman, and then probably have somebody else maybe take up that hit tree spot as the third hero. Maybe that will be better. I can't think of anybody at the top of my head right now, but I'm pretty sure there should be someone. Or maybe there isn't. I should know. I like all the hit trees. I like all the hit tree greens, and I don't think there is. But nevertheless, this is a really good addition, and I think with double costume as well, his stats will be way up there. I'll be stoked to get him as well. He's been my guy. Like, I haven't limit broke him, but I've been using him almost every raid tournament that I can use him. And he used to be in a flex slot back when I was in the mid or low tier Alliance Wars as well. So yeah, kind of cool. The last one we have this weird looking clown, but he's not really a clown. He's more of a, what people will say, the alternative to Alfriki. So Quintus, second costume, a druid this time. One thing you should note that despite him being a druid now, you look at his previous costume, he's a monk, and then his original side is also a sorcerer. All 3 of these classes has the 4% mana node at the end. So the 20th node is actually the 4% mana node. And why it will be relevant, let me tell you after we go through this costume. So, Lightning Ultimatum at slow speed still deals 300% damage to the target and nearby enemies. Okay, so it's hit 3. The target and nearby enemies automatically cast mindless attack on a random ally when mana is full at the start of the turn during 4 turns. So, instead of having Alfred being a random target to 5, 5 cubes randomly dispersed to the enemy, now you get to target your mindless attack, and I think he is the only one right now that can mindless attack up to 3. Can put mindless attack to up to 3 heroes, and that makes him in the beta, I think they wanted to release him as an hit all and everybody gets mindless attack. I'm thankful they did not do that, because then everybody will start chasing this guy and he will become it'll be even more difficult to deal with, especially in rush wars where the tiles don't work in your favor in the first maybe 1 or 2 matches. I'm pretty thankful they actually changed him to a hit 3 instead, which is slightly bearable, slightly. So yeah, the reason why I brought the 4% mana node up is because with his costume bonus 5%, with a level 29 level 30 magic troop, so that's another 20% mana bonus there, with a bard that gives him plus 5% mana bonus if he is not with another family, and that 4% mana node, I believe that brings him down to 9 tiles. So with that, we often talk about how the meta is going on to be much faster these days, especially in high tier, or you're looking at the top maybe 20 to 30 alliances when they war with each other. The need to have a fast team, a fast offense team, is very it's sorely needed. And you only use like slow or average heroes where you try to hit 9 tiles or 10 tiles or 11 tiles. You want them to pretty much end the game. And with Quintus costume, it doesn't end the game outright, but it does cripple one side. So I can see people exploiting this by making sure he fires in 9, and that'll make this really strong. Like previously, what you had to do was you had to do some sort of like Grimble combo with Alfrag in order for Alfrag to fire in 9 tiles. You don't have to do that right now. Now you can just depend on the 9 tiles, on the 9 purple on the board, as long as you have a bard. And who doesn't have a bard right now? I mean, you look at you look at people who have like Narcissa, for example, Ogima, Riz, Phenexa, even the 4-star bards like Zagrog, what's his name? Zabok, sorry. Zabok, and they did release another 2 more bards. I don't remember their names, but those are terrible, so that's probably why I don't remember the names. But people are starting to have a little bit more bards, and that basically makes him a bit more easier to attain that 9 tiles. 9 tiles charging of the special skills, and that makes him really dangerous. I'm not sure you'll see this played a lot in the highest of tiers, but somewhere in the top 20, 30, 40, 50 you'll see this guy play a lot still, and I believe he'll be devastating there as well. And that goes without saying. If you're in the mid tier as well, if you have this guy, my god, you put him as a tank, you pretty much disable 2 to 3 heroes from the offense. If he gets to fire, if he does get to fire, I mean, you look at his defense. I mean, if I were to put him in a tank position, hell, if I were to use him, I wouldn't be embleming him for attack. I'll just emblem him for defense, and that, I mean, you look at his health, 1976 health. I'm pretty sure if you tweak the numbers with the emblems, he'll probably get a lot more defense. And with the talent, it gives him the empowered Thorn minion, I think has about like 20 or 30% health or something like that. So that makes him really tough to kill. So yeah, he'll be strong. So he's not featured here in this portal. I mean, Leonidas and Joon are the ones featured, but we're going to see what we can do. We just finished the event, so we do have 2 pools to try. I wasted all my pools previously on trying to get double costume Domitia, which I'm quite happy with right now. I am using her a lot, and she's fun. I haven't gotten costume Marjana yet as well, so I really want her. So let's see, maybe we'll just do 12 pools, see if we get anything from here. Yeah. Ta-dang. Okay. We got a surgeon, but not the surgeon that we want. Let's see. Nope, we got Dawa. So apparently people say if you have Dawa, it is a must to do a 10 pool. So let's do a 10 pool and see what we get. Alan, Ashgar, Balthazar. Not really expecting anything. I kind of wasted my gems on... Well, I wouldn't say wasted. I kind of used my gems during the Covenant summons, and I'm pretty happy with what I got. So, I mean, I'm fine with not getting anything here, although it would be sad not to get Leonidas here. I do want Caitman and Kirill's costume though. I haven't gotten both of those as well. Ah, crap. Okay, not this donkey ass crap. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too many pulls. I mean, it's Christmas and I did that 10 pull a day. I think that should be enough. And I think we'll just leave it at that. Don't want to overspend too much on this bottle. I do have quite a lot of heroes that I'm working on right now, so not really too much of a loss if I don't get them. Although it'll be fun. I am saving some um, for the gargoyle event because I do want to try to get Piniolite again. So yeah, hopefully I get either Piniolite or the new gargoyles. I don't know. They have two gargoyles that are coming out, and I think I like the purple one over the blue one. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I might do a video on that. I do have about, maybe we'll do about 50 pulls there and see if we get anything. Alright, hope you guys got either one of these featured heroes. I mean, if you get Quintus, good for you. If you get Leonidas, please send me your luck. And if you get Joon, well, Joon's usable now. So, yeah. And yeah, have fun with the game. This is probably, yeah, this might be the, I have lost count how many consecutive portals that they release with new heroes. So I think one of the takeaways I can tell you guys is don't get, whatever you do, don't overchase. And it is exhausting to see all these new heroes come out, but you do have to remember that uh, you gotta have fun. You gotta find a way to have fun in this game. You can't, don't be too negative if you don't get anything, or if you think that there are just too many heroes that are coming out. you know not all these heroes are a must have. And I'm pretty sure if you're not playing at the highest of levels, you don't need to have a certain specific hero that the alliance is requiring. And I mean, you can take me for example. I was just having this chat in another group that I do not have one of the two meta tanks right now, and I'm still getting by in my alliance right now. uh, props to the props to my leader. I mean, he's allowing me to stay even though I have a pretty shitty war defense. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is to make sure you work with what you have, and you know where you stand, and you pretty much have fun from there. So yeah, as I said before, hope you guys have a good luck with pulling in this portal. And do let me know if you did get any one of the new featured heroes. Would like to see their stats actually. I'll probably try and find some running in the walls while I'm raiding. Let's see how they fare. All right, have fun. GG.